right. Reggie Edwards, the Front Row Report. I have Justin from We As Human on the phone right now, man. Thanks for taking time to talk to me, man. How's it going?
Great, man. The tour's going well, and we're just happy to be back out on the road again. We had a week or so off, and being off even that long, we kind of get the itch to get back out on the road. So it's going good. Any show day is a good day.
Yeah. You're in Indianapolis tonight with Skillet. With Skillet, third day, Jamie Grace, Peter Furler. I mean, it doesn't get much of a better lineup than that. I mean, a bunch of legendary artists, veterans, and a couple newcomers as well on this lineup. It's going to be very good, very eclectic. How was last night, the first night?
Last night was great. We, every first night of a tour is always a little rough. You're kind of working the kinks out. It's usually a new set list and a new arrangement, and just getting to know the crew and getting to know the other artists and where you're supposed to be and when and all that. There's just a lot to get, a lot of parts to kind of put together and get working together. So, but all things considered, last night went exceptionally well. It was a really great first night. We didn't have any kinks or hiccups in our set at all, so that kind of made me happy, and the guys were really happy with the show. The audience was good, and it was just overall a great show. Man, we threw down like we usually do, and it always feels good to do that. We're doing a new show, or we're doing a new song off of our album that we've only done on one other small tour that we did. So on this tour, we're doing Take the Bullets Away on this tour, and we're really excited about that. So
you did that on the Filter tour, I think.
We did. Yes, that's right. Yep.
Yes, I remember talking to you after the Filter show in Indianapolis, actually, and that tour itself was a great lineup. Filter, Red, We As Human, Otherwise. I mean, that was a great show and a great tour, and as always, you guys threw down and just destroyed the stage. Not literally, but
right. Well, thank you. Yeah, we have a good time for sure.
Awesome, man. This tour is kind of like the Roadshow Part 2 in a lot of ways. A lot of the same artists and bands, minus a few, throw in Peter Furler. Does it kind of have the same feel so far? I know it's only a night in, but you're familiar with all the other bands and everything. Does it kind of feel like the Roadshow did?
You know what? I was talking with Chu from Skillet last night, their violin player, and we both agreed that it feels completely different. And you think that it would feel the same.
Yeah.
I mean, even down to a lot of the crew are the same, but there's just something about this tour that I'm really looking forward to see as it plays out. But it just feels a little less hectic, I guess. I mean, not that it was a bad experience on Roadshow. We had a great time on Roadshow. It was awesome. But I think maybe we are just, it could just be us where we're just kind of settled into that routine and we're feeling really good. We got kind of our daily routines down, and so it just feels a little more like home, I guess. It just feels a little more laid back, backstage, and we're all kind of hanging out a lot more in the dressing rooms and going out and exploring the cities together. And so I think it definitely, while Roadshow was awesome, this one I'm hoping will be, hopefully a cut above.
Awesome. Now on the Roadshow, one of the only things I didn't like about it was obviously there's going to be smaller set times with the large amounts of the large bands that are on the tour, the high number and everything. Are you able to play more songs on this tour?
Yes, we are. We were playing 4 songs on Roadshow, and we're playing 6 songs on this tour. So
awesome.
We have a 20-minute set on this tour, and we're the first band up, but we're in still a lights down position. So it's definitely, if we have more time, I have more time. I can actually talk to the audience, which is always fun. I always love doing that.
Awesome.
Without rushing from song to song. So we have a little bit more time for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, I remember because I was at the Louisville show for the Roadshow, and it was awesome. But I just remember being like, why? Well, like not enough songs,
Nice. Well, that makes. I'm glad that you want more, and you're not out there yelling like, why are they playing so long?
Well, I mean,
so that's good.
It's like I told you when we talked at the Carnival of Madness back in Cincinnati. At that time, I think it was my 4th or 5th We As Human show. Tonight is going to be, I think, my 9th We As Human show, I think. So,
man, come on, dude. That's legit right there.
I mean, I remember seeing you back in Rockford back in 2011 with Skillet, Disciple, and Manifest, and then Winter Jam. The last time, Winter Jam hit Indy, and then, it just...
That's right, yeah.
Every time you guys come through, even if it's not Indiana, remotely close, it's like, gotta check it out. I mean, I remember the Bear Birthday Bash last year in September. I mean, and every time you guys never play a bad set. It's just always impressive. So.
Thank you, man. Well, we just try to make sure that we're having a good time on stage, because that's kind of what we believe. If we're out there, we're purposely like trying to perform and put on a good show and make everybody happy. While that is ultimately what we want to do, if that's running through our mind, it just kind of bogs us down, and it doesn't work out as well that way. So we just go out and we just have decided that if we're having fun and we're throwing down, kind of like stepping into a We As Human band practice. I mean,
nice.
We kind of throw down and jam and have a good time, and if we're doing that, everybody seems to follow along with us. So
nice.
that's kind of our vision for our life, that is just to go out and do what we love to do and bring the audience in to be a part of it with us.
It's very infectious. I mean, just the attitude and the positivity and the fun that you guys are having on stage, it's impossible for the crowd not to get involved and feel it. I mean, and that to me is that's what makes a good band right there, I think, especially a good live band. And so definitely looking forward to tonight. I've got some people there that this will be the first time seeing you guys, and
nice.
It's going to be fun. But yeah,
absolutely, yeah. Hopefully, we'll get to see you while you guys are here.
Oh yeah, I mean, you guys always seem to be at the merch table after the shows, and I'll definitely be stopping by to say hi again. But the response to the debut, it continues to be overwhelming. I mean, it seems like every month, every show, there's more and more humanoids, We As Human fans, and
right.
Every time it just seems the following is just growing. What has it been like over the last year to see how positive the response has been, and especially with you being the ones that wrote the songs, to be able to see people just clinging to the songs and taking to them so heavily?
I was surprised the different emotions that are evoked by the stories that are told to me and the guys in the signing line, or when they write to us on Facebook and tell us what the music has done for them, and what maybe a lyric that I wrote has meant to them, and how it helped get them through a hard time or give them strength when they need strength. It's really I don't even know if I have words for it, to be honest with you. It's beyond amazing. It's such an honor to be able to be a part of so many people's life and their experience. And while I'm not there in person, to have our music there with them in those hard times and then hear the stories, it's absolutely humbling, and it's an honor to be able to be a part of so many people's lives. We're seeing more and more, We As Human tattoos popping up, and lyrics that I write being tattooed on people's arms and on their sides and close to their hearts, and I never thought about that when we started the band, how big of an impact that we could actually have on people, and it was nothing that we were ever really going for necessarily. We just started making music because we love music and because it helped us, and it was our expression of our feelings and our hope and our joy and our sadness and our failures and our mistakes, and that's why we started making music. Our first priority was really to go out and be able to help other people with our music, but seeing that happen, I mean, we're definitely not opposed to that, obviously, but seeing that happen at such a great level, with the success of our album and just so many, like you said, humanoids coming out and supporting us, it's just, I'd say that the word that I would use is humbling, man. It's very, very humbling to be able to be a part of so many people's lives.
One thing I really love about your band is that you're Christians, but you venture out. You play in the Christian and the mainstream touring industry and touring circuit, and heavily as well. You know, one month you could be doing the Roadshow, and another month you could be doing the Carnival of Madness. And, you know, it's really cool to see that. How important is it to you to tour heavily and regularly in both sides?
I think it's the utmost important to us. That's been what we have wanted to do since we started the band. Our heart has never been to just play in the mainstream market or just play in the Christian market, because we have friends and family that listen to both kinds of music, and we never wanted to exclude one for the other. I have a lot of friends that are Christians and believers, and they go to church every Sunday, and they love Jesus. And I have a lot of friends, close friends, that are atheists and anti-theists and agnostic and naturalists and moralists and people who don't go to church and have never been to church. We have friends that are lesbian couples and gay couples, and these are people that are in our lives that we love, that we genuinely love, and we want to make music that speaks to all of them, not just to some of them. And we want to, even beyond the music, we want to go into the places where they are. We want to go into the churches and play for our Christian brothers and sisters, and we want to go into the mainstream market, you know, with Shinedown and Pop Road, Korn and Seven Dust, and play with those bands as well, so that we can reach out to our friends in the mainstream audience and let them know that you know, we make music for them as well, so that they can enjoy it. And it's really an honor to be accepted by both industries and by so many people worldwide, even. You know, and I think that that's just been our heart from the beginning. We're very intentional about making sure that, you know, if we spend part of the year touring in the Christian market, we want to spend the next part of the year doing a tour in bars or in mainstream rock venues, to make sure that you know, fans that wouldn't come to one show will come to the other one, and they all get to enjoy the music and experience it with us.
It's really, it helps when you do a lot of those non-Christian tours. There's usually a lot of time another Christian band on those tours, like with the Carnival, Skillet was on there with you guys. On the Filter tour, Red was on it with you guys. So I would imagine that helps out a lot as well, having another group of Christians on the road with you during those tours sometimes as well.
Yeah, you have days you're not feeling as strong, and you feel kind of like the world is coming down on you, or maybe you're just discouraged about something or depressed about some issue. And it's always great to have a Christian brother or sister out on the road with you, to be able to go to, that can pray with you, that can encourage you with the Word of God, with Scripture. Somebody who understands your worldview and your beliefs and shares your faith in Jesus Christ. And on those days when it's hard on the road, it's very, very encouraging to be able to go to, you know, John Cooper or Corey Cooper or Seth, you know, from Skillet. He and I are best buddies on the road.
Awesome. You're breaking up really bad now. Are you there?
Not bad. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah. That was weird.
I'm sorry, man.
It's okay. It might
there's bad reception in these arenas.
Yeah, that's for sure. Finally, you know, you talked about, you know, if you tour the first part of the year on a Christian tour, you want to tour another part of the year on a non-Christian tour, and you guys are definitely doing that. You know, you did the Roadshow, you're doing this, you're doing the tour with Toby Mac and Lecrae after this tour, and then during the summer you're doing Rock on the Range and Rocklahoma and all of the big non-Christian festivals, and that's got to be humbling and just hard to put into words when you get the message that you're going to be playing with those lineups, both the Christian artists and the festivals for the non-Christian artists. I can't even imagine what it would be to find out that you're playing on those tours, and festivals. You know, I mean, especially the Rock on the Range lineup is like out of this world. I mean, come on.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's unbelievable. So many of those are our favorite bands in the whole world, man. I mean, we're playing with, you know, I know that I think it's Welcome to Rockville down in Florida. We're playing with Alter Bridge, you know, and they're one of our favorite bands forever. Absolutely love their music. We've never played with them, so yeah. I mean, we feel so fortunate, man. Like we have some of our favorite Christian artists and some of our favorite mainstream artists, and by the grace of God, we get to play with both of them, man. We get to meet them and hang out with them and become friends with them and ask them all the questions we've ever wanted to ask. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man, and I'll be at Rock on the Range for sure. Maybe another one. And,
nice.
I've been at that festival 3 years. The last 2 years I've been back in Anaheim with Motley Crue and Slipknot played it, and you can't just. I mean, you're in for a treat being at that festival. It's going to be. Last year there was 123,000 people at that festival over 3 days.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
I mean,
that's awesome.
And they always have a good group of Christian artists on that tour, on that show as well. I mean, this year you guys and Thousand Foot Crutch are going to be on there, which is, you know, that's going to be good to see. It's great to see Christian rock being finally accepted on a regular basis and on a good level in the mainstream industry. It's very cool to see, and it really gives Christian artists a chance to, you know, put the Great Commission into effect and do, you know, really serve the purpose of being a Christian band. It's really cool to see that finally happening. So
yeah, that is very encouraging. It wasn't that way when I was growing up. I don't remember any bands other than, like, you know, there were very few. Like Petra used to do it, Striper did it, and they were kind of the first ones, and they really kind of tilled the soil for bands like us to come along behind them. We stand on the shoulders of giants, as they say, man. Like we aren't here because we're the greatest band in the world. We're here because it's just been a lot of work by a lot of people helping us, you know. Exactly. No band makes it on their own, so.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and a lot of those big tours, it's because the fans want to see you guys. You know, there's that many fans that want to see We As Human on a big stage, which, you know, it's going to be cool to see. Now, the next big thing is going to be the We As Human headlining tour. I mean, that would be, that's got to happen, like next month?
Probably next month. I'm sure it will. We've been getting asked more and more to do that, so we're seriously thinking about it. Now we have headlined our own small tours in the past before we got signed, and right now we're kind of in a great place where a lot of amazing bands want to take us out with them and want us to tour with them, and it's great to be asked to do that. But I feel like we are kind of pushing towards doing a We As Human headlining tour, so that our fans that know us can come out and get more than, you know, a 20-minute set. They can come and spend a full hour and a half with us. We get to play all of our songs, tell all the stories, make all the jokes, you know. We're really looking forward to eventually doing that.
I mean, you guys have really been laying the groundwork for the last, really, 3 years. I mean, you've been in front of fans of all of the major, huge bands. I mean, fans have really had a chance to get exposed to you guys a lot for the last few years. And I think that when the next record releases, regardless of how long that is from now, I think that second record is what's going to really boost the band to the next level and bring the headlining opportunities on, I think. And I'll be there at as many shows for that tour as I can as well.
Awesome.
So, I mean, I've seen you guys 8 or 9 times just, you know, from before the self-titled debut release till now. So just, you know, looking forward to that time period as well. It's going to be awesome to see, and you guys have definitely earned every bit of everything you guys are getting. And so,
thank you. I appreciate that. We're already writing for our next record, and I hope that it does everything that we all feel like it's going to do.
Awesome.
It's been an incredible journey, and we're blessed to be able to do what we love for a living.
Awesome, man. Man, thanks for taking time to talk to me today. It's been, as always, fun and awesome to talk to you. Looking forward to seeing the show tonight, and I'll see you after the show at the merch. So.
All right, sounds good. Good talking to you, Reggie.
All right, man. We'll see you later.
All right.